Brand new reports from insiders are suggesting that the long-awaited big screen first appearance of Shuma-Gorath is going to happen, and in fact it will be in what many people suspected, in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, because that's honestly the only place it makes sense. So for those that aren't aware, Multiverse of Madness is quite clearly a direct reference to the unknown horrors we can't see, which were made very famous by H.P. Lovecraft, who of course created such famous things like Cthulhu and so forth, which most of you have probably heard of. Either way though, Shuma-Gorath has always been a reference to that type of horror. With the multiverse taking our characters into the unknown, one would assume that the character would probably have some sort of presence or appearance in the multiverse. Now, rumors have once again sprung up that it might not just be here in this film, that it could sort of be established, but the character would be built up here sort of as a behind-the-scenes presence and used somewhere down the road. And I could honestly see both of these. You establish the character's existence, you establish that horror feel. I mean, there's nothing scarier than showing you a giant space octopus tentacle thing that hides where you can't see it. Hell, if they wanted to tie this into Nightmare, they could say that's the character that controls all your nightmares along with the character of Nightmare. Double down for it and make it some sort of multiversal thing, and since there are theories out there that when we slip into dreams, we slip into an alternate reality of our biggest fears, utilize that. It honestly all ties itself together. And if we look at the comics to what the character has been described as and his levels of powers, I mean, one, it's an ancient demon with superpowers that haven't really been fully explained, but he's ruled multiple dimensions for hundreds of thousands of years. So there's your in. It's such a powerful being that he's literally controlling multiverses, maybe even consuming them. I mean, there's plenty of connections you could do here with what happens in the first film. You could even tie this in with the likes of Dormammu if you wanted to. I mean, it's endless possibilities, and I'm excited to see how they're going to pull this off, because if they can manage to somehow translate that character onto the big screen, and we're seeing that starfish-like creatures over in the Suicide Squad with James Gunn work on the big screen, I have no doubt that they can pull off using a character like this and pulling it off pretty flawlessly. But yeah, I guess we'll just wait and see and hope it's in there.